What's good, everybody? It's your boy A Rock. My channel name is Alpha Rakama. I'll eventually be transitioning over to A Rock, but we are actually gathered here tonight for just a pretty interesting topic. But by the way, your boy Technoid is in the house. He's still the host. I'm just actually a guest slash sub host for the show. But go ahead, introduce yourself, Technoid. Just let everybody know you're here.
Wow, that was actually not bad at all. That was pretty good. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Michael here from Technoid. I am again, of course, Alpha did all the job. Great job, by the way. Good intro. He is joining me tonight. As you guys can see, I'm still not home. I'm in Florida, West Palm Beach, and I'm relaxing. I'm taking some time off. I'm also using Final Cut Pro as I've promised. I'm going to improve my editing skills. I've just been enjoying my tenure, but a lot of you guys have been asking for me to make some videos, and I don't have my equipment, but I thought, you know what? StreamYard. Let's do a live stream. So I'm joined tonight with Alpha. Alpha, tonight's episode, I've talked to you backstage about it. We're going to get right to it because we don't want to really waste any time. But I just got quick disclaimers before we start it up. First of all, this is Alpha's show tonight. I'm just using my platform as a template so he can get his message out to a wider variety of audiences that watch this on replay. Hashtag replay crew. Make sure you guys smash the like button, share this video out, because this is a very, very interesting topic that we're talking about tonight. This is not a topic where it's a news story rumor. This is an actual physical problem that's going on with a certain Samsung device. I will leave links at the end of this live stream. When you watch it on replay, I will leave links to Alpha's videos. You can check out the evidence for yourself. You can watch his experience. You can see the people. There's a problem. The problem is there is a glass breaking issue with the Samsung Galaxy Note 20s. Now, before we talk about the story, before we get to it, quick disclaimers out of the way. If you're new here, you enjoy the content, subscribe, turn on your notifications so you do not miss when I upload. I will be back on January 25th, but I'll be doing some live streams here and there when I have time. Also, again, subscribe to my man on the right, because, of course, sometimes these things look mirrored. So make sure you subscribe to my man on the right there, Alpha Rakam, a.k.a. Alpha Tech. I don't know. There's so many nicknames floating around right now.
Yeah, there's so many nicknames. I mean, I've had more than a dozen nicknames since I was a kid. But anyways, so
Ron, what's up? Good to have you. But real quick, this is your show tonight. Like I said, you're going to tell everybody everything. I'm just going to ask some questions. And I really want this video to be shared out because we have to get this video at least by a minimum 100 views. If we can get 100 people to watch this video, we have done our job, and then it will grow from there. So please, guys, share this video out. I never ask for a goal, but if we can get 100 views, that will be the goal, because there's a problem, and it concerns the Note 20. Now, if you guys haven't watched Alpha's videos, I highly advise you to watch them because they document everything that he's going to tell you right now. So I'm going to actually take a backseat on this one. I'm going to introduce it real quick, and then Alpha, you're going to run the show, and then I'll chime in when I have to. But let's start it up. So this is a real issue. This is the Note 20 glasses are breaking. You have seen these happen in person. You've had 2 instances of this. And I want you to tell the people, as long as you like, tell everything that's happened, what's going on, and how did this all start? That's really the first question. How did it all start?
So honestly, I guess the short notice to get everybody kind of caught up to speed. I've actually done 2 videos on this issue. Some people are, I guess, in a mode of debating whether it is an issue or not. Me personally, I want to consider that I'm still investigating. So basically, the long story short is that it just seems like the Note 20 Ultra Glass seems to be breaking on its own without anybody doing anything. These are a lot of the reports I'm getting from other people are that they're protecting their phone. They're like normal people. They try to protect their phone, put it in a case and all that kind of stuff, case skins, all that kind of stuff. And just on its own, like you won't even notice it. Like they'll just happen to randomly take their case off the phone in one day and just happen to notice, oh, the glass broke, just out of the blue, not even being dropped or anything like that. So for me, I thought it was a one-off when it happened to me. This was the first time that I had even heard of the issue was when it happened to me, because I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. I just happen to be a YouTuber that has a voice. And I was just like, this is kind of weird. Okay. Cause I didn't even know if I was going to make a video on it when I did. Like, I just like, okay, glass broke. Maybe did I do something? I don't know. I was like, because I was just at the dinner table one night and I was just like, let me take my case off. And I just happened to see it was broke. I'm like, what? It did not make any sense at all. So then I went ahead and decided to, put out a video. Hey, the glass is broke, because I was really disappointed. I was like, hey, I spent, I didn't spend the asking price, the $1,000, but I traded in my Note 9, which I had for like 2 years. You know what I'm saying? And I had the Note 9 for 2 years, and my glass didn't have any issues, no dents or nothing. I mean, I treated that like any of my rest of my phones. I'm not the type of person that drops phones. I don't drop any of my phones. I normally put a case on it. I treat it like it needs to be treated, because number one, it's going to maintain the most resale value when it comes time to turn it in or sell it to do something else or review something else. So all in all, let's get caught up to speed here. So I did the video on it, and after I did the video on my experience, I kept getting a whole lot of messages from other people. I don't know if you want to say a lot, but I've gotten enough. And I also noticed one thing too, that when I did that video, it happened to be on like the first page of YouTube, like when you're searching for like Victus glass, because the only other people that were only popular YouTuber I knew that was talking about Victus glass or anything like that was Jerry Rig Everything. And I did get some comments where some people said, yeah, they dropped their phone and they were expecting the glass to be harder. But if you watch Jerry Rig's video, this Victus glass is still glass at the end of the day, and it can still break. So I'm not really my focus for the comments of the people that were experiencing issues weren't the ones that people admitted they dropped their phone. I'll be like, okay, well, I'm gonna count that one out. You dropped it. My focus was the people that were saying that they did not drop their phone and the glass is cracked on the back. So interesting enough. Okay. So that was the first video. So if you take some time past, and I actually decided to make my second video, which I really just released within this last week. And so I released my second video, following up to the first video, because some people were asking, hey, what did you do about it? Did you reach out to Samsung? Did you do anything? I did not reach out to Samsung, but I did decide to kind of go it alone. I figured, okay, it's a cosmetic thing. And the thing is, for me, I knew, just dealing with a lot of these manufacturers, that if you come to them and tell them your glass broke, unless you had HTCs, which is why I used to love HTC back in the day, HTC had that, what was it called? The whoops plan or whatever, that if you broke your phone accidentally or whatnot, they will still, I think it was oops protection, something like that, whatever it used to be called. But yeah, and yeah, Caleb, you said that S21 is gonna be an awful phone. I don't know. I mean, like I said, it looks good. The S21. I'm still, like, the title of my video is, and I'm gonna see if I can pull this up. All right. If you want to go ahead and share, can I can share my own. Let me go ahead and share my screen.
Yeah, you could share. Go ahead. And sorry, guys, I'm just doing something real quick here. Like I said, it's your show tonight. You're the call maker. You make the calls.
Chrome tab. All right. So the title of my second video, if y'all ever want to go watch that after this stream, it's called "Why I'm Beginning to Lose Trust in Samsung: Broken Glass Part 2." So basically what that video was about is the follow-up to the first video, where ultimately I decided to go it alone, fix my own glass, because I was skeptical that Samsung was going to even acknowledge my claim that the glass is broken, and it wasn't my fault. But I know these manufacturers will, they'll stick it to you. So I even had one person, I don't think it was a comment on this video, but there was one person on a previous video that said that they actually did try to reach out to Samsung, and they denied them a warranty claim, because they feel like, oh, it's physical damage, it's cosmetic, and warranty is not going to cover that. Unless I think you can apply for protection, some other protection through Samsung. But a lot of these mobile providers like T-Mobile, Verizon, they have their own plan where you can just go get it replaced. You'll spend $39 or whatever and go get your glass replaced. But you know, in all in all, like just looking at the morality of the subject, let me go ahead and stop sharing this one real quick. Okay. Here we go. It's at the top. Okay, cool. So I'm just ethically looking at the situation is that if you didn't break your phone, you shouldn't have to pay a penny. I'm just that's my standpoint is I don't think you should have to pay your provider for it. But I know my situation is, and let me clear this up too about my second video. What happened to me because of the fact that I decided to go it alone and take matters into my own hands. I bought a glass off of eBay. I went ahead, got the heat gun, put it on, and I got the glass on. It wasn't a perfect fit. It was kind of a bootleg glass off of eBay. And on top of that, ended up kind of burning like the edges of the front screen.
Oh yeah, I saw that. It left like a little burn in because of the heat from the gun. Yeah, I saw that.
So I've got a little burn in. So, I decided to take the risk because I figured, hey, if Samsung ain't gonna do nothing anyway, my warranty is gonna be, shot or whatever. So it's cool. So when me making that second video, I think there was a misunderstanding from some people that were thinking that, oh, I want to go to Samsung to do something about my problem. I'm honestly not even considering myself in that equation. I've said it before that I factor myself out of the equation, and I'm not considering this video for me. I'm considering for the people that are still their warranty is still good. I think Samsung should support their product. Bottom line, I'm just saying they should support their product. And let me see. Oh yeah, what's up, Ron? And we got is that
Kaizi? We got Kaizi in the house.
Name it Namikaze. So yeah, and that's kind of my bottom line is that I just think that Samsung should at least acknowledge and do something to I don't know, I don't want to say reward, but something to compensate their customers if this is an actual issue. So I want Samsung to at least investigate this, get their engineers on it. And I'm gonna share another screen with you. This one.
Seabass says Samsung support needs to improve a lot. Yeah, I agree. Just real quick, guys, I got some breaking news. One of the chargers that I have been trying to buy is officially on sale. The Belkin Boost Up charger with MagSafe, the charger that I have been raving about, the best MagSafe charger for the iPhone, is officially out for sale. You can pick it up right now. I'm not going to pick it up right away because I don't have an Apple Watch, but I will pick it up eventually down the road and do a review on it when the time comes. But can't believe it's finally here. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna have to get information on that too. So, because I do have the iPhone 12, I haven't spent as much time with it as I want to within this first week on AT&T, but I'm gonna follow up with that too. But I'm gonna go ahead and share this tab too, real quick.
Comes out in February. If you buy it now, it comes out in February. I might buy it. I mean, it's $140. It's not terribly expensive. I could literally afford that. It's not the expensive thing in the world.
Gotcha. So here's this one I want to share. So if y'all can see this screen, so I found this comment to be interesting, and I'm gonna go ahead and highlight this. This guy named Abraham.
Sure, go ahead. I'll add it in.
So if I'm not mistaken, I think he might be the only one. There might be another person that said the same thing. So I'm gonna read his comment. So he says, same thing happened to me after owning the phone for 10 days or so. I think it overheated and cracked personally, or it expanded within the case and the case wouldn't let it expand further. I believe the camera unit gets the most hot, and this is when the rear left side. So this is why the rear left side when it happens. So basically, his thought process here about maybe the glass or the metal probably expanding or contrasting he might be on to something. I don't know, but to me that makes the most sense as far as maybe why. I guess if you're doing like a lot of video footage or something like that, for me, I don't know if I was, I'm like I said, I'm still trying to find out ultimately, like, what's the bottom line here? What's the common thing that everybody's doing to kind of cause it to break? Because I haven't really been shooting a lot of video on this phone. I can see if I was shooting like a lot of 4K or something and my camera module was heating up, and then I'll be like, okay, yeah, that might be the common issue, but I don't think that's the commonality. I don't know, but that does seem like a factor. Maybe something could be causing it to heat up. I know I do put my phone on a wireless charger at night to charge it up, so maybe that could be causing the heat. Maybe it's a heat problem. You know what I'm saying? But that was one thing that I could pinpoint to maybe being part of the problem. And let me share another. This one right here. This was interesting. Somebody tried to debate me here on
bring that up
on it being an issue.
I want to see this.
Honestly, to be honest with you, I invited him to come and debate me here live, and
Really?
and he declined. So let me go ahead and hit this share button real quick. So
I mean, I'm not going to trash nobody. I'll just
I wouldn't trash. I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not all about going back and forth, having these text battles all day. I'm just okay, if you want to reserve your comments, we can talk about this like men, you know? But let's go ahead and pull up this tab. All right. So here's this guy. He has a very long, you know, I don't know what it is, but I thought this guy was like, you know,
I think could you zoom in just a little?
Let me see. I know that's tiny, but all right. Let me go ahead and scroll into it. Is that good enough right here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and read it to you. So the way this guy came off at me, I figured he was trolling. Like I figured he was 100% trolling, and I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna rip this guy. But toward the end of the conversation, I figured, man, this guy not a troll. But anyways, so I'm gonna read it to you. So he says, I have an issue here. My issue is that you bought a glass back from eBay, and you even point out that it's not an official glass due to the gapping. Then you think to yourself that problems with it are Samsung's fault. A non-Samsung back installed by a non-Samsung authorized service professional, and you expect it to work flawlessly. There is a reason why the person on the phone said that we only allow parts from Samsung, and there is a reason he has a shop. I have my Samsung Galaxy Note 25G since 2 days before it launched and have no cracks whatsoever. If this is a manufacturing defect, don't you think it would have impact everybody? Can you say with certitude that the users who claim to not have dropped their devices truly have not? So this dude kind of at least two of his points actually contradicted himself. Point number one, he was saying, oh, you basically had installed two different glasses and you think it's going to work flawlessly. Okay. So whether or not it was a Samsung official glass, if the same thing happens where if the glass breaks on its own twice, and you know whether it's the first one was official Samsung, the second one was not, wouldn't that furthermore point that there is a problem?
Yeah, I don't know what he's trying to. Okay, so here's what I'm taking away from this dude. First of all, he thinks that you bought the glass on eBay and that's the glass that's breaking. So he obviously didn't know the full context of the story. But you look at it and he says, oh, why do you think he says, like, bro, like, you made this video and you pointed out that you didn't even put the glass on. Like, this was the regular glass before you put the eBay glass on. It was in the video. Like, I don't know if he missed that or if maybe he didn't catch it. But, you know, I don't know what he's arguing. I mean, maybe he was just misinformed. Maybe he made a mistake. I don't know. But he came off like, I'm reading it on instinct. I'm thinking to myself, dude, this guy looks like he's ready to fight. Like, calm down. Like, get the full story and then, you know, hear the context.
Exactly. And that's why my response to him, I came at him like, you know, I was kind of attacking him a little bit, but I was in more defense mode. So, you know, basically I kind of reiterated what I just said here, you know, that, you know, if it's two glasses that was breaking, it kind of furthermore proves my point. Then he agreed here. He said, well, yeah, you are right. Even a third party glass should not break on its own properly, if properly installed, whatever, you know, but once again, he's still saying that, oh, you bought a third party back and you claim you removed yourself from the equation. So, you know, blah, blah, blah. So that's when I basically invited him to come to the stream, and then he said, "I'm just gonna deny and whatever."
All right,
But
well, if he watches this, let's put a couple of things into perspective, Tom. First of all, this issue arrived even before he bought the glass from eBay. So let's get a couple of things straight. If you're going to argue with somebody, Tom, you're going to have to watch the full context. You don't just watch one video and then go, oh, he did this and that. You need to watch everything in its entirety. You cannot just go in an argument and say, oh, well, you put a glass on eBay, oh, so that means you're automatically wrong. Well, did you not hear the part where he said the original manufacturer OEM glass was breaking beforehand, before he put the replacement panel on? Like, you need to know all that stuff before you go into an argument. So that's my first takeaway there. Takeaway number 2 is that he says here, I have my Samsung Note 20 Ultra and since 2 days before launch and have had no cracks whatsoever. If it's a manufacturing defect, don't you think it would impact everybody? Tom, when you were writing this comment, did you not see the other people that were commenting saying, I'm having the same issue? Did you not catch that maybe there are people that see this? Because the way you're going at this and the way that you're perfecting it, you're trying to act like Samsung is innocent here, and you're acting like he's the one at fault. When in reality, it's nobody's fault. It's not his fault. He didn't break the glass on purpose. This is more of a manufacturing defect kind of thing. Because if it was 1 or 2 people, I would say, okay, you know what? Maybe it's just a defective. But if there's tens and possibly hundreds of people, and if you check Reddit, I'm pretty sure the Reddit pages are probably filled up with this. You will see this is probably not a one and done thing. This is an actual thing. Now, maybe you're one of the lucky individuals that don't have a Note 20 that breaks. Maybe you're just one of them. So I would argue with you, Tom, and I'm not saying you're wrong for thinking the way you are, because you're not wrong, but you should really get the full context before you start accusing people and you start trying to put the blame on somebody. Why don't you watch everything in its entirety and then come to a decision? That's really all I can say on that.
Okay, so I did talk about the first point about the 2 glasses. That was one of his first major points, was that's the reason why it's my fault, 2 glasses. So the second part that he contradicted himself in this statement was, if this was a manufacturing defect, don't you think it would impact everybody? So let's go back to the Note 7, right? So not everybody's Note 7 exploded, but do you want to take the chance? It's like certain things are common sense, but I think they only think with I don't know why this guy was so irrational. Like he didn't really think his whole thought process through. Like he didn't think that whole comment, he just was just typing anything, and there's not really much logic that I don't really see much validity to his statement. Other than he's just defending it. And another question I have is, how the hell did you get your phone 2 days before the phone came out? Do you work for Samsung?
I want to know.
Do you work for Samsung, Tom? Because if you work for Samsung, this whole paragraph would make sense. That would be the whole reason why you were trying to defend Samsung so hard, because I don't really see that many Samsung fanboys that be fanboying this hard outside of the Samsung nights.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
I already talk a lot of crap about Samsung nights. I know a lot of Samsung fanboys don't like me, and you know what? That's fine. I don't care about fanboys, but I will say this. If there's an issue that a consumer is complaining about, you can't just say it's their fault. If they're waking up and this thing broke and he put it on the map. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Although, like I said, all the people that's in my circle on YouTube that have the Note 20 haven't had this problem. So that's why after that first video, I was ready to write it off as a one-off.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that it happened again with a completely different glass, I was like, okay, red flag. Something's weird here. So, but ultimately, that's kind of all the news that I have, sort of. There's one more tab that I'd like to go ahead and share. This is straight off of Samsung's. I guess I have to stop this one to be able to share another.
Yeah.
But this one's straight off of Samsung's page. So if you ever want to follow this issue as well, and this is kind of the one on Samsung's page is kind of a bunch of random stuff. Some people say is cracking pretty easy. One person down here, I guess, let me zoom in. I'm sorry. Might not be able to zoom in. Okay, here we go. Can you see the text now?
Yes, I can. All right, let's add it in. Right.
So this one said their glass shattered near the bottom. They don't know how it happened. They kept it in a case and noticed after they took it out to clean it. So, you know, and that's the case. That's the situation that I had. Like I didn't notice it until I took it out the case. So it's like at first I was thinking maybe it's this MoFi case that I'm using, but that's not the. I mean, because it's a thin case, you know what I'm saying. But I don't remember bumping it or anything like that. So what kind of impact would cause the glass to break? I don't even know if I can, because I've got my camera on manual focus. So I don't know if you'd be able to see like.
Yeah, I get what you're saying,
but I don't know if you could probably see it from here. But
let's take a look and see what we could find. Oh, sorry,
you probably won't see the cracks on it, but
I'll remove myself.
But yeah, I don't want to. Let's see. It's probably because I'm using manual focus, so you probably won't be able to see the cracks on it. But it's cracked pretty bad, though. It's a white phone. It's hard to see cracks on a white phone.
Well, yeah, but just to be clear, this is the replacement panel that you had on.
Yeah.
So this is
that's the replacement panel.
That's the replacement panel. Okay. And another thing I also want to also disclaim is that this happened before you put the glass on, just so everybody knows that this issue that you're having is, you know, it's how would I say? It's been happening. It's not just, you know, the replacement glass. It happened with the OEM glass, and so now it's, you know, it's starting to spread on even replacements.
So I guess my advice right now is, I guess if your glass is broken, it's probably best to kind of wait to see if we can get Samsung to pay attention to it before even trying to do anything, because you might just be spending useless money. Because I mean, you might put money into fixing the glass and then it break again. I had one person that commented, and if you look at I think the first video, and I should have pulled that one up, but I believe in my first video, somebody actually did say they replaced the glass already, and then it broke the second time, just as mine. But I think they actually got theirs done legitimately, you know, through their carrier. So, you know, if it's happening like that, I'm not talking to you, Bixby. So, anyways, but I think my suspicion right now is that if you do fix it, it's probably going to break again. If it's for whatever reason, if you have the type, I don't know if it's a type of phone, because I know Jerry Rig Everything did say that Samsung had different variations of the Note 20. So I don't know if it's down to a certain type, you know, that's performing a certain way that could be causing it. But once again, that's to be determined after I do more research, or after we all collectively do more research and hold Samsung to it. So what I'd like for y'all to do before we wrap up this stream here is y'all can definitely follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is Rakama Tech. I guess I could probably put that in the comments. Well, I can't, because I'm not logged into StreamYard. So if I had to log into StreamYard, it would kick me off the stream. So, but yeah, Technoid, if you could do me a favor, Mike, if you can do me a favor and just put my Twitter handle at Rakama Tech in the stream. For anybody that you know, if you know anybody, even if it's not affecting you, if you know of anybody that's having the same issue, if you have a friend, family member said that they glass cracked out of nowhere, definitely send me a DM. See if you can DM me some pictures. I'm just trying to bring as much evidence as I can to Samsung's front door and let them know something's happening. So,
right. I'm going to leave the link right now. I'm going to pull it up here. But guys, I'm going to chime in now. I've been sitting quiet. I let you take the floor, and you did a very good job, by the way, explaining your side of the story. So guys, yes, as you know, this is a real issue. This isn't something he's making up. This isn't something that just magically happens. This is an actual issue. And the reason why I brought you on, Alpha, is not just for attention awareness, but I want you guys to understand that, like, when a YouTuber or a person makes a video and they're trying to show that they're not lying, like, first of all, there are people. I can understand if there are people that make these things up, people that just do it for the money. They could say, oh, well, they twist the story. But here's my thing. I know you, Alpha, and I know you're not that type of dude. And that's why I ruled that out. You're not a liar. What will you gain from lying? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and exactly. That's kind of what irked me the most when I saw that comment that I read, that long paragraph.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, this dude's really trying to come my integrity, above all things. Like, you can say what you want about the content. You might say, hey, I don't like your videos, I don't like your voice. Hell, I don't like your hair, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But don't sit here and say my integrity is not, don't attack my character, because I legitimately put out content, with all honesty that I can. So, but anyways, like I said, you know what I'm saying? You know who I am. A lot of people in my circle, Official Keith, all these guys, Sneed Mobile, you guys know my integrity.
Yeah.
So I don't have any personal gain by coming out. As a matter of fact, I'm not even like, I'm saying, I'm such a small YouTuber. Samsung's not even looking at me. I never got a free device, free nothing from them.
Yeah, exactly. That's
So,
the way it should be. Like, a lot of people nowadays on the internet, they get these products from these companies and they sugarcoat everything. Like, if there's an issue, they will not say anything because they want to keep good relations. And that's why I have more respect for smaller YouTubers or YouTubers that buy their stuff and be brutally honest, because you're paying the money. Nobody's giving it to you, and you're doing the right thing. You're being an honest reviewer. So that's why, again, I take you very seriously when I say, and I believe you, and I'm going to say this right now, Samsung fanboys and Android fanboys, this is not something that you can just duplicate in a day. And, if you were sitting there saying there's no evidence of this, that he's the only one, there are people on his video, if you read the comments, they are actually complaining about this. It's, I get it. I understand if there are a lot of people right now that don't believe this story. You know what? You don't have to believe it. Nobody's forcing you to believe this. But if you know that people are complaining about this and it's more than one person, instead of being, oblivious to the truth, instead of trying to make this where, oh, it's their fault or not, why don't you just watch the videos or maybe listen to the stories, and then you can determine from yourself. Because if you're going to just judge based off appearance, you're not going to get the full context, which is what that person clearly did. But I had a couple of questions I wanted to ask you, and we'll end the stream a little early because I feel like you got your entire message out, so we don't really have to drag this on. And I know you're a very busy man, and I know a lot of things are happening on tonight, so I don't want to waste any more time. But I had a couple questions. First question would be, did you notice when you said this was only wireless charging? So, like, when you put the phone down on the mat and it was overnight. Now, do you by any chance recall if you ever heard a sound that it made? Like, maybe you noticed it made a sound when it cracked, or did you ever see any indication? Or you just
that's the strange thing, is I didn't hear any like sound or anything indicating that would lead me to believe something was damaged. Like just like most of the people that are commenting, they're just like, it's catching them by surprise, because there's no like, sound, nothing audible, or not. There's nothing. It's like literally catching people by surprise. They're just like, take the case off. Oh my gosh, how did this happen? It's a mystery. Like, I don't understand. And then I guess to instead of, I guess, in addition to sound, I don't know if the phone is really getting that hot, because it doesn't really feel hot when I take the phone off the charger either.
Yeah.
So, but I know you did a video talking about wireless charging is a problem because of the heat dissipation.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't know if the amount of heat that it, because, after a while, obviously it is going to heat up a little bit more in the beginning, and then, it's going to slow charge at the end. So obviously it does temperature control toward the end of the charge. That's why it's cool. So maybe I should take the phone off the charger like mid charge, just to kind of see, how is the temperature feeling? Because maybe that could be a thing. Maybe a lot of people, maybe most people are probably still charging with, the USB-C. And I've yet to really use the USB-C cord, only save for a few times when I really needed a quick charge. Most of the time, the battery has been so good on this Note 20 that I just throw it on the wireless charger at night and it's full by the time I wake up in the morning. I don't need the quick charge necessity, because when I'm at home, I'm at home. So
yeah,
that could very well be a thing. Maybe if you're a constant wireless charger like me, what I'm saying, you could be a person that this might happen to.
Yeah. Another question I had was, when you noticed the pattern, when it broke the first time and the second time. And sorry, guys, if I'm eating. I know it's out of character for me, but I didn't have dinner yet, so I'm starving. Healthy antioxidant blueberries. You got to get them antioxidant. But next question, did you notice the break pattern? when you saw from the glass on the original to the replacement? Was it the same style of break, or did it get worse?
It's pretty much identical. I just do have one glass that goes from the middle all the way to the top as well, but it seems to be starting from, and that's what other people have said in the comments too, is that, let me hold my phone up. It seems to be starting from, I know you probably can't see because the camera's not in focus, but the side where the power buttons are, it seems to be starting there and they're kind of trickling over this way. So I don't know what it is. I guess maybe because also the camera module is on the same side too. So it could be the camera module, but it seems to be about the same pattern because there's like a lot of cracks down here. I know you can't see it, but there's like a lot of cracks down there in the bottom left. But if you look at my videos, you'll see the pattern. Like it literally looks like there's like something punctured it, but nothing punctured it on the left side. So it's really weird. But I don't know. Something's going on if the cracks look identical, and other people said that their cracks look about the same as mine. So I don't know. That's weird.
See, my thing is what I'm thinking, what this could possibly be, if I had to guess. I'm going to probably say that this is a case where when you put it on the mat and the wireless coils heat up, it's got to be an internal component and it's building pressure up on the glass. Because when things heat up in a phone, usually there's heat dissipation. There's usually a lot of things that can help dispense and help reduce the buildup of pressure. But I don't know if maybe your model and the other models that are, looking at this, I don't know if like there's a defect. I don't know exactly. But I would like to say that if it's in the same pattern as you have seen these last couple of times, then really it's got to be an internal issue. This is clearly not your issue, and it's in a pattern of where the device starts to break. If you could figure out where it breaks first and then go from there, you might be able to figure out the source. You never know.
True. So
I would say, I mean, what would I say? Because it's so hard because you don't know when it breaks. But what I would do is maybe attempt to do another retry to put the glass back on this particular model. See if you can get an OEM back panel. Maybe try to avoid eBay. I don't know if it pleases the fanboys. But maybe re-put the glass on. And then what you do, I mean, if it's beyond repair, meaning like we're not worth the risk, then don't do it. But I would say maybe you put it on in the afternoon and you time it on the fast charger or the charger, and then when you start to notice something or hear something, you take it right off, and then you see where it started to break.
You know what? That's a real good idea. As a consumer, I probably wouldn't have did it, but for the fact that I'm trying to track this down. So me professionally, what I want to do is take out the user error. So what I'm willing to do is take it to a shop and pay the shop prices, get it put on. And then, you know what I'm saying, that would shut up that one Tom Covey guy. You know what I'm saying? Like that would shut him up. Oh, you did this. Because I know my screen's burnt on the front, but it's not going to get any worse. You know what I'm saying? If it's done professionally. If it does get worse, then yeah, definitely they're going to pay for another phone. So, but yeah, that is a good approach. I can just take it to another shop. And then I don't know if I should put it back on the wireless charger or just straight charge it with a USB-C cord and see if it breaks. You know what I'm saying?
USB first. I would say you try to see the USB, because if it doesn't break with USB, then we can eliminate USB-C, especially for these defective models. If it's a defective model, then you try the wireless charging to see if wireless charging is causing the heat. Because I have a theory. This is my theory. I theorize that by leaving it on the mat along with overnight and heat, it builds up pressure, and something in that phone, depending on what model these people have and yourself, it's got to be there's a buildup of heat and it tightens the grip, and then all of a sudden it can't dispense enough heat. So as a result, it creates pressure in the phone, and then boom.
Yeah.
That's my prediction. That's just my theory.
Gotcha. Makes sense to me. So I guess we just have to put this theory into practice and see what happens. So I don't know. I guess if I, after replacing the glass, maybe I could try to go ahead and 1 month try the USB-C cord, and then another month try it with the glass, try it with wireless charging, and see if I get different results in 1 month. So if the USB-C breaks it, then then now we don't really know for sure. I mean, it could be anything. So
Yeah.
but yeah, that's a good way to start to try to troubleshoot this issue and logically kind of see if we can play this thing by process elimination. So cool. But yeah, I know the stream's been running for like 40 minutes now, so I don't want to hold anybody up. But
No, I'm gonna end it now. But before we do end, Ralph, thank you for joining in. Unfortunately, this is not an Apple video, but I will say it'll be next year, 2021, or this year, 2021. I keep saying next year, and I feel like we're still in 2020. But anyway, let's kind of wrap this up. So you guys have heard Alpha's story. You've heard his evidence. You've seen what I've had to say. You've seen the comments. You've heard everything. You even see the page on Samsung support. I think the last thing we need to do now is kind of make a final message. And I don't think this video is ever going to get to Samsung, but if we can spread this message to fans and people that can help bring this issue to arise, to kind of help bring an awareness that this is a real deal, I would like to start saying to Samsung, I want to address Samsung. I think Samsung, you need to stop saying this is a user error. First of all, users don't intentionally break their phones to get new ones unless they really try hard enough, which you don't have to try that. And I will say this, the fact that you're going to accuse this person and that person that it's a user error when it clearly they are not intentionally doing that is hypocritical to me. So you need to man up. You need to acknowledge there's a problem. You have to be willing to say that we do have a few units that are defective and we can fix them or have a replacement program, because it's been a year since, well, it's been 6 months, I'm sorry, since the Note 20 came out. And if there's more and more users complaining about this, you need to address it. You can't brush this under the mat and say that, it's your fault. We're not going to do anything. You need to address this, and you should honestly take it seriously. That's number one. Number two, to the Samsung fans, please don't accuse these users of lying. Don't try to make them like they're the ones at fault. They bought the phone. They paid the money. So why would they want to waste their $1,000 purchase or more? That's what I don't understand. Why do you want to accuse somebody like that? And you should really be on their side because you like Samsung. You want Samsung to be a great company. That's why you're a fan of them. So get them to man up. Tell the company like, hey, you got a problem. Let's do something about it. You care about consumers. You want to put us first. Why don't you start by acknowledging there's a problem? How about that? Yeah. And lastly, and then I'll let you finish it, Alpha. Honestly, just stop with the excuses. Enough with the excuses. Stop saying that we're dedicated, we're this and that. Show your dedication by actually taking it, into consideration the little people. And not YouTubers. I mean the little consumers that actually invest and the people that make up your fanboys. Not the expensive ones, the big guys, because they're always going to be kissing your ass. But not guys like Alpha and me, because we can switch one way or another if we really feel like it. I'm just saying. I don't know if that speaks for you. But make good relations. Stop trying to push relations away and accuse your fan base, and make some good relations. I know you can, so keep doing it. And that's all I've got to say.
And pretty much I don't want to say demands, but the requirements pretty much match my own. I want Samsung. Hey, what's up, Caleb? Appreciate that. But yeah, for me, I want Samsung to, number one, acknowledge that there is a problem, and then number two, compensate the customers that do have a problem. Like you said, replacement program, whatever. But you can't just leave the people that brought you to your position in this industry. You can't just leave them astray. So that's kind of my ending statement for the night. So anything else you got to say, Technoid?
No, that's all I've got to say. I just really hope that people take this video seriously. I encourage you guys, please share this video out. Please like this video. Let's get this video to an attention to people. And if, again, Alpha said it, if you have any issues, if you're noticing your glasses breaking on your phone mysteriously, you could write in the comment in this video. You could even DM Alpha on his channel. I left the link to the channel. I'll put it in the description. I'll put the videos up. Just please, let's get this thing going. And like I said, all I'm asking for, 100 views. That's all I ask. 100 views. Let's share it out there. Let's get some notoriety. And I know it doesn't seem like much, but 100 views can go a long way. And then from there, the algorithm will do the job. But what's up?
I said pretty much.
And that is it for Technoid. Alrighty, boys and girls, I really hope you enjoyed this live stream episode. Again, I miss all of you. I cannot wait to get back and start filming some high-quality tech shows, quote-unquote high quality. But if you enjoyed this live stream, make sure you hit the like button. Again, I want to thank Alpha for coming on tonight. Make sure you guys subscribe to Alpha. He is such a great dude, great individual. I have said it time and time again, and I'm really, really glad that he's become a lot more affiliated with not only my community, Snee's community, and so many other communities. He deserves it. So guys, check him out. Subscribe to his channel. If you liked the video, like button. Disliked it, you know what to do. It helps circulate my videos anyway. As always, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your night, guys. Take care, and peace!